everybody, and joining us today we have Levi323. Okay, so what we're going to be drawing today is we are going to draw a bouquet, and I thought this would be fun because it incorporates all the things we've talked about in the past 5 weeks. That's a dogwood, so we're going to be drawing some dogwoods, a little bit more simplified, but some tulips, some daffodils, a bee, a butterfly, and these are just some of our filler flowers and leaves we're going to fill it in with. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of paper. We've got cardstock because it's a little thicker for watercolor, and a pencil. And so what I want you to do with the pencil is make a line right here that is slightly curved, very slightly curved. Good. Then make one parallel to that, just below it. That's also slightly curved.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thought you meant.
It's okay. We've got some other artists with us today too, across the table. Good. All right, and then you're just gonna connect your lines like that. Very good. Now this is gonna be the pot where our bouquet is gonna be coming out of. So you can think about what you want on your pot. I think it's fun to make a face. It's just kind of like quirky and funny. Or you could do stripes. Keep the stripes curved though if you do that with your curved lines. Or you could do polka dots or something. So let's see, I'm gonna make these arched eyes like happy eyes. You could also do sleeping eyes. Those would be going the other way. Make a little smile. Cute. All right, then you're gonna draw a horizon line, and it's gonna go behind your pot. Come out the other side here. So that looks like it's sitting on a table or a ledge or something. It's a horizontal line. Horizon, horizontal. You're gonna put more detail in it in a little bit. For now, we're gonna keep moving on. Can you draw the horizon line? We're gonna be adding detail with, oil pastels. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is, ooh, getting fancy. We're gonna draw a shape, and you can, this is gonna be, this is gonna be it can be a round shape, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I actually think I'm gonna make mine kind of a goofy shape. Like it could be a blob, but you want it to be big and you want it to fill it up. You could have an oval, a triangle shape. This is gonna be our guide for where we're filling our flowers in. And you know, flowers aren't always placed in vases perfectly and they don't grow perfectly, so you don't have to have a perfect circle. Just make, whoops. Ooh, yes, very cool.
Should I make a cactus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, cool. Okay, now what we're gonna...
Can we make cactuses?
I'm not gonna tell you no, but let's do, I want you to follow the steps first, and then you'll see where we're going with this, okay? I want you guys to put your pencils down now, and take a dark colored oil pastel. So you guys want to pick a color out? And this is what we're going to be drawing with the rest of the way. It's, you know, it might make you a little nervous because if you make a mistake, you won't be able to erase it. But that's kind of part of the fun, because if you do make a mistake, you can just be creative with that mistake. And we'll see what happens here, okay? So let's go ahead and first we're gonna just trace our vase, or our little planter. Just trace it, trace over your line. Mm-hmm. That's okay. I'm gonna show your picture at the end. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. You trace the horizon line.
Okay.
Good job. Then I want you to fill in your shape, this wonky shape you made, with circles. Okay, and this will help guide us a little bit. Use your pencil again. Forgot to do this. This will help guide you a little bit with like where you're gonna put your flowers. You can do some big, you can do some smaller. We are just gonna jam pack this puppy with flowers. There you go. Make them nice and big. Make some really big ones. Because you're gonna have to draw your tulip or daffodil that small, and that's kind of small, right? So go ahead and make them like bigger. Good. I'll move you over here. Good. Okay, awesome. All right, you ready? We are gonna draw first. Let's draw the dogwood flower, okay? Let's see if we remember how to draw dogwood. Now, I want you to roll this dice and see what number comes up. Go ahead and give it a roll. If you're watching and you have dice and you want to do your own, you can do that. All right, 5. That's a great number. So we're going to draw 5 dogwood flowers. Pick any of these circles you want and draw dogwood flowers in them. See if we can draw 5 dogwood flowers. You remember what they look like? Mm-hmm. They have 4... Try to get your head out of the way. They have, you can draw the circle in the center. You know how they have the clusters? And you can draw the 4 leaves around it. And they kind of have that little tuck in them, like almost like a heart shape at the leaf, you know? Or, yeah. You got 5 of them?
1, 2, 3.
Now I'm just drawing mine with my oil pastel, but if you are really uncomfortable with doing that and you really want to draw in pencil first, then, you know, of course, just do that. Do what you're comfortable with. This shouldn't, I don't want to stress anybody out. Yeah, this is like, if you are tracing it with an oil pastel, it's probably too small to try to make the little circles in the middle. Okay, who wants to roll the dice? Oh, I forgot to say. Okay, so we're doing, let's do 4 tulips. Okay, do you remember how to draw a tulip?
Mm-hmm.
You draw a U shape, and then you come down with this petal, come down the other side, and do the petal in the back. So we're doing 4 of these puppies. A U shape. Good. That's good, Levi. I like that. Yep.
And when we're done,
Now,
we can
you know
just
what? I'm running out of
just
circles.
erase, and erase all the pencil and
If
stuff.
you want to trace it with a marker, you can erase the pencil. If you trace it with the oil pastel, it will just smear. That's why I was saying let's just try to go straight away with the oil pastel, because once you have the oil pastel down, you can't erase over top of it. Awesome. Now let's do the daffodils. I only have a few circles left. What about you guys?
I don't have any. I have like.
I think you need to draw some more then. Spread out your
Look
bouquet
how
a
much
little bit.
circles
Widen it up.
I'm gonna draw one more circle here.
Okay. Oh, here, I'll let you roll.
I have
All right.
41 circles.
We're rolling
left.
for daffodils. Let's see what you got.
41. Yeah, I have 41 circles.
Okay,
left.
roll it.
6.
Okay, 6 daffodils. Ooh, that's the hard one. All right, do you remember how to do a daffodil?
Is that a daffodil?
The yellow ones right here.
Um.
So these actually have 6 petals, but I only, because this is a simplified version, I drew 4 and imagine the other 2 are behind the trumpeted. Yeah, there you go. So it's like you're drawing a little, like almost like the letter D, like a little cup, and then just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What did we roll? 6? I don't have enough bubbles.
Yeah, 6.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna fill in the rest of my bubbles. Just a little one. Yeah, just fill up the page. Try to fill up your space. Okay, so my bubbles are full, so I'm gonna stop. But you have a lot more bubbles, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So you can just keep on drawing. You could keep on rolling the dice until all your bubbles are full. Something else you can do to fill up space, especially if it's like really small space and you're thinking, like, how am I gonna fill this in with a daffodil? It's so small. What you could do is just fill it in with circles and put a circle inside the circle so it looks like a target, and that's just like a cute little way I do flowers sometimes. So you can fill it in with some circle flowers. You can make some leaf shapes like that, you know, where it's like a football almost, football shape.
One, 2, 3. Yeah, 4.
And if you do, wow, that was teeny
5.
tiny. I don't think you're going to be able to trace that with your,
And
erase it.
6.
If you, or
6.
what am I saying?
There.
You're not going to be able to trace it with your oil pastel.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
that's
super tiny,
okay.
but you could trace it with a marker. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, then we'll have to trace this with a marker.
No, you don't have to. You can have it, it'll be mixed media. You know what mixed media is?
What's next?
When you use more than one medium. Like an art supply, this is like your medium that you're using. So if you use more than one, it's called mixed media.
I'm just
Alright.
gonna.
I'm gonna try to erase around like some of this, but I don't want to erase where I have my oil pastels because they'll just smear it.
For mixed media, Mom. Mom, this is gonna be marker.
I'm gonna have to find a marker for you.
Some of these are gonna be oil pastel.
So right now I'm just erasing.
Some aren't. Some of these are gonna
extra
be
lines,
mixed.
carefully erasing extra
Look,
lines.
mixed media. Look, Mom, mixed media.
Uh-huh. So you're gonna mix that. You want to mix it with marker? Why don't you go in the living room or in the dining room and see if there's any markers in there? Grab yourself a marker. So unless it's a permanent marker though, it's gonna be like you won't be able to watercolor because the watercolor will smear. So I guess I should really emphasize like you need to make big bubbles so you can draw your
Like this marker?
flowers big. Yeah, you could do that one. Do that one. That's permanent. So let me see. Is it? Let's just double check. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a blue Sharpie. So. Right, so Levi 323. He's got his flowers all traced, and then we tried to erase some of the pencil. You can see that some of the places smeared where it was traced in the oil pastel, but that's okay because you were making it look a little bit like sky too, right? And so this is JP Fox. He smeared some of his on purpose just to make it look kind of like a sky, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's another approach. So if you do smear your oil pastel, do not panic, work with it. Sometimes those accidents can be the best thing, okay? This is Ezra Puma's. We're gonna show you how he's doing. He's not finished yet, but you can see that he's being really creative with his the shape of his bouquets here. Wait, what? Okay. There you go. All right, so now we are gonna paint. We're gonna add some color. The cool thing with painting, okay, so we're ready to paint. You ready to add some color to this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yay, okay.
I'm ready.
All right, so we got our water, we got our paints, and here we go. Let's adjust that a little bit. Okay, so what do you think? What color are you gonna paint your tulips?
Maybe, I'm gonna paint them red.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna paint mine red too, I think. So go ahead and, here's your brush. If you wanna get it nice and wet, and then stick that in your paints. You might need to do it a few times to get it nice and wet, and stir it around and mix your paint. Oh, I have a happy accident here. Okay.
I know.
I'm gonna,
Beautiful oops.
I can just smear that out.
Yeah, I know. It's beautiful.
Oops, yes. I'll have to read that book sometime.
Yeah, that book is good.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the author's name, but that is a really good book. So I'm gonna make my tulips red too, just like you.
I'm going tulips red. Red.
Oh, what pretty should I color my
So we have 4 tulips. This guy's getting lighter up here.
That fly, oh, he'll be so proud of me. And I'm gonna paint my mommy a picture, the most beautiful one she's ever seen. A square house with a chimney that smokes, and a big green yard full of leafy oaks. So she'll be so proud of me. And I'm gonna paint my granddaddy a picture, the most beautiful one he's ever seen. Happy family holding hands, dancing together to a big brass band. Oh, he'll be so proud of me. Mommy a picture, the most beautiful one she's ever seen. Deepest blues and the brightest reds, golden yellow of a tulip bed. Oh, she'll be so proud of me. Oh, she'll be so proud of me. Yeah, they'll be so proud of me. Daddy a picture, most beautiful one he's ever seen. Blue treetop skies and V-shaped birds that fly. Oh, he'll be so proud of me. And I'm I'm gonna paint my mommy a picture, most beautiful one she's ever seen. A square house with a chimney that smokes.
You want, if you're painting green in the spaces, like you could also make little dots coming around, and it just kind of makes it look like there are some leaves kind of hanging out in the background or out of focus or something like that. You know what I forgot to do? If you want to add something else that we learned, you could add butterfly, and I'm doing this one like an M, kind of like a rounded M or B with this B at the top, the antenna, and that just kind of shows the butterfly. It made me think of, you know, we were talking about the Dutch masters, like how they would put bugs in their bouquets. Here's my bee too. I'm just basically an oval with stripes and then a heart here for his wings. Then I'll make some antenna for him.
Yeah.
So then I've included everything and more. I've included dogwood. Let's see. First we did daffodils, then tulips, then dogwood. No. Then butterflies and moss, then dogwood, and then bees. Yellow, and my bumblebee. Alright. I think
I might not do bugs. I might just do like a bug because like I'm a bug and stuff.
oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm a twinkle bug.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows I'm a twinkle bug. Maybe not everybody.
Everyone knows.
Everyone?
Everyone knows to be the trouble I've seen. Alright, I'm gonna paint this base blue on mine. And now JP Fox, you painted your sky blue, or you used your sky, I should say. You rubbed it with some of the oil pastels, which is a very cool effect. I'm gonna paint my table blue. I'm using a few different shades of blue, but what I want to do is make it look, I'm going to make it very wet. Very wet over here.
You know what I'm going to do? I am going to paint. Also, I'm going to paint my leaves like very dark green.
Mm-hmm. Good idea. Okay, so if you want to try this little technique, you get your paper really wet with the watercolor paint. Then you can take some salt. So I have this little salt bowl, and just pinch it and sprinkle it on. We've done this before, haven't we? Sprinkle on some salt and just let it dry. And what happens is
This
salt,
is very wet.
well, do you want to put salt on that? Or do you want to just mop it up with a napkin? I like it. I think it looks cool. So the salt absorbs the
wet.
water, and it's going to leave like little speckles. It's just a cool, fun technique to try. Maybe I'll paint.
I'm gonna, yeah.
No, I think this,
Don't these leaves in the back hanging out look cool?
maybe rosy cheeks on hers. Very cool. That's so good. So pretty.
So now I'm going to... You sting me!
I stung you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like a bee?
Yeah. Mm. Dun, 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 dun. Why do bees sting people. I don't even know why.
That's a good question. Do you guys know why a bee might sting someone?
To protect their hives from intruders.
I think that's pretty much the only reason. Do they? I mean,
I think that's the only reason.
because when a bee stings, when a worker bee stings, that's the end. Yeah. The drones, like the male bees, don't sting. Ooh, that looks super cool.
YouTube settings.
I'm gonna paint my daddy a picture, most beautiful one he's ever seen. Blue tree.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed those tips and ideas for creating a bouquet.